What is going on, everybody? In this video, I want to talk about an extremely versatile tool that I use almost every workout, but definitely weekly, something you actually already saw when I did my F2 bar video. If you want some more context, more details, definitely check that video out. A lot of information in there. But if you didn't check that video out, it's no big deal. I'm talking about the core of that F2 system, or the core of the F2 bar, sorry, and that is this ChainBeast. And I'll get into what it is. There's various sizes and selections that you guys can do. This is the core of the F2 training system from Al, who is the inventor of that system. I call him the ultimate DIY fabricator for fitness solutions. He's got a lot of cool stuff. You can essentially create whatever your mind can imagine. He can actually custom build you a number of things. Looks relatively simplistic. You can do some great things that otherwise you couldn't do without it, such as connect eye bolts. He calls these the RT hooks. Allows you to connect resistance bands. Hopefully you can kind of see where this is going. But aside from that, he also makes things like cam handle connectors, which you guys are seeing in the backdrop of this video, which allows you to make a very versatile and very functional safety squat bar that I've already tried a number of things. I actually don't have a squat rack at this time. That's for a side video. If you've got any suggestions of a new squat rack, let me know. But it connects to any kind of middle bar. And I'll get into kind of how this works. But if you go to f2trainingsystem.com, which is where you guys can pick these things up, he kind of has the various sizes. This is his regular ChainBeast size. That there is I think currently at this time, there is a standard and a pro, but I think he's just selling the pro, so don't get too confused with that. The pro just has two sides, one on the top and bottom, so you guys can have two options to screw in the RT hooks or the eye bolts. What's also great about this, I forget the size he uses, but if you ever did lose a piece or you want to mess around with other stuff, these are standard sizes. You can go to the hardware store and get some other replacements, or at least the eye bolts. These are custom made, these RT hooks, but these are really cool. It's actually a patented pending product. And what this allows you to do, I've actually used a number of ways to kind of create my own barbell. You can put this on a lead pipe. You guys probably see me do that in previous videos. A great versatile tool. You can basically clamp this on. He has these little kind of plastic inserts that comes with it when you purchase it to allow you to kind of further lock into most standard barbells. And he has some other ones that believe even go onto 1-inch bars, so you can contact him about that. And then he makes this XL version that goes on the outside of a standard barbell collar, or 2-inch collar. Again, allows you to put some eye bolts or RT hooks on both sides. In fact, you're gonna see a workout here in a second, or actually I'm just about to do a workout where I'm throwing on some basic tube style bands to my leg press. It actually feels really good, surprisingly. I always joke with Al, he probably should have called this something else instead of ChainBeast, but if it isn't obvious why it's called ChainBeast, it's because you can hook up chains to this thing if you guys want to. That was its original purpose. Then you realize all the versatile things you can do with, say, resistance bands, but then let alone just connecting things. This is really, I call it like his arc reactor, and I call him kind of Iron Man because he is Tony Stark working in his garage, making all sorts of crazy things. But you can do so many things with this. This is really, when I first saw this, I got so excited because it really is almost like a Tinker Toy analogy. If you've ever seen the Tinker Toys as a kid where you can build all these things, this is essentially the core that you have with those Tinker Toys, where everything kind of plugs together. And you can create so many things. You guys can see here in this video, I made looks like kind of a hammer, but I just kind of combined these two bars together with the cam handles, made kind of a little hammer of a dumbbell. I connected two dumbbells together with my Snow dumbbells. So the sky is really the limit with this thing. I'm not really even gonna do it justice in this video, but I thought for most people, you have to kind of like to mess around and play with things. This is not gonna be for everybody because there is some fine tuning and it can seem a little confusing at first. It's really not that confusing if you basically look at the basic function of it. And also if you have any questions, Al can help you out. But I just find it such a useful tool because I find myself using it so often to create various things. And if you watch the F2 bar video, you can see further ideas of how you can kind of take this thing and use it. Also can work as a safety bar, so you slip on the side, let's say you're racking heavy or squatting, it actually kind of be like an extra safety mechanism. I was debating on how long to make this because you could honestly probably go on easily over 20+ minutes talking about all the ways you guys can use this. But I thought I want to leave it simple. This is something where your imagination kind of take you wild. Again, not perfect, a little pricey for sure, but it's something I use so often that I thought I might as well go ahead and show you guys this video. But if you got any questions about it, definitely let me know in the comment section. Certainly you can email Al over at f2trainingsystems.com. Curious though, if you want to see me use this in the future, other things, useful mechanisms for it, just let me know. But odds are, if you pay close attention, you will see this thing hooked up to something in the backdrop, which is why I love this thing so much, because it essentially can go with everything that I'm using. That's it though, guys. I'll see you on the next video.